Hey everyone, Brian from WorkshopAddict.com, and today we're going to take a look at Ryobi's 3200 PSI 2.5 gallon per minute gas pressure washer with electric start, model number RY803111. And what makes this pressure washer stand out from others with electric start is the battery it uses. It uses the Ryobi One 18 volt compact or full-size battery to start this. You simply pop the battery in and you use the start button, it's up and running. And that saves a lot of money compared to having a little dedicated battery sitting in here that's gonna go dead every year, maybe every two if you're very lucky, and you'll have to either resort to the onboard pull recoil or you're gonna have to replace that battery. Here you can use this battery that comes with it in your drills and other tools that you might have from Ryobi, and it makes this unit a little bit more affordable to own. In this video, we're going to talk about the unit's performance. We're going to talk about how you start it, different assembly tips, different tips while you're using it, and what it comes with. But let's start out with what you get. First, in the box, everything's packaged nice and neatly. All you have to do is start pulling pieces out. Realistically, the instructions are not needed at this point because it's simple. You're popping the top rack on, screwing in the hose that's here, and putting together the wand. Basically, that's it. The hardest thing that you're going to do is plug in the wires that come from the battery down to the starter, and you're done. So put the oil in it, gas it up, and you're ready to rock and roll. This thing really starts easy, and here's a few tips on starting. First, it's a choke. Just look at which way the choke pulls. It's simple. It's got all the instructions right in front of it. You have a fuel on and off. So if it doesn't start, you either don't have spark or you don't have fuel. So the obvious thing to first look for is your fuel on? From there, it has an on-off switch that's right up front. The detent to push the start is kind of funny. You have to pull backwards and then push down, which seems exactly the opposite of what you'd want to do. Simple. If you get to a point where the unit pulls hard or won't start, relieve the pressure that's in the wand because you might have had some built up when it started. That is going to be fairly common in this because you're going to start getting the engine going, and if it does happen to stall because you either didn't turn the choke off fast enough or didn't leave it on long enough, there is going to be some built up pressure. Simple by just relieving it. Then after you start using it, you're going to put a tip into the end of the wand. The tips that are up here are 0, 25, 40, and a soap tip. So those different degrees are going to give you the different cleaning powers that you're going to look at. Make sure that you point this wand in a direction away from someone, away from a vehicle, away from a glass window, and make sure that you test to make sure that that tip is in place. On any gas pressure washer or electric that has this style of quick change tips, you want to make sure that that tip is always fully seated, and it's really smart to point it in a different direction, because if it isn't fully seated and you hit that pressure, pull the trigger, that tip is headed towards whatever it's pointed at, and it will go pretty quick. I've seen people put some pretty good dents in their cars doing that, so it's just something that I think is well worth looking at. The hose that comes with this is mediocre. It does not swivel, so you don't have swivel ends. When you move around with it, you're going to have to untwist it. If you happen to twist the hose up, you'll notice you'll get little loops in it. It's hard enough that it won't kink, but it's difficult enough to work with that it's hard to get out and it's hard to put away. Not that it's a huge deal, it's also only about 20-25 feet, so it's very short. So if you're going to work all the way around a vehicle or try to clean a house, you're going to be moving the pressure washer quite often. A swivel hose or swivel attachment on this would be nice so that you could twist it, and so with a harder hose like this it would work out well. But what I found is just unhook it from the pressure washer each time and unhook it from the nozzle. You'll be able to wind the hose up easier and unwind it and get to work a little bit faster. The wheels on here are awesome for moving it around, and the soap dispenser up front looks like it would be very hard to get soap into, but it's not. It's pretty easy. It does automatically dilute the soap 20-to-1, so you can pour fully concentrated soap in there or not. It does put the soap in after the pump. It says no bleach, but you're allowed to use different types of degreasers at that point, so it's not running all that soap through the pump, which is a good thing. The air filter on the side, make sure that this plastic piece is always connected because it is just a simple foam filter that's in here and it's oiled, but it's really held in place by this plastic piece. And if that comes off, that means that your filter is wide open, or just like I put it in there, it wasn't perfectly seated. Make sure it's covered. It's part of the air filter package. The engine that's with this is not a Honda. I know there's a lot of Hondas out there. It's not a bad engine. It's mediocre for noise. It does not idle down. It's constantly basically at wide open throttle. So when you're not using it for a longer period of time, you want to turn the engine off. You don't want that heat to build up inside. The pump is really not designed to be maintained. The engine is, you can easily change the oil on the other side. It takes approximately 18 ounces of oil. Pretty simple. And the gas tank takes about a quarter gallon. So the gas tank is in back. Not the easiest to get to again to fill up, but also not very difficult. So it's right in the middle. As far as the cage or the rolling frame goes around it, pretty sturdy. But realistically, for what you're using this for, it's not going to be, drug around the construction site. This is probably going to be someone's home pressure washer. Now, a lot of the questions that we get most of the time is, can we do high pressure soap like you would at a car wash? And the answer is no. You're going to use the soap nozzle, which is going to be a big fan, and that fan is going to allow the spring in there to allow the soap to get into the water and then come out the nozzle. It's not like a foam cannon. If you need some sort of high pressure soap or you want to use a foam cannon, you can buy that attachment that goes on the end. Performance wise, we're talking 3,200 PSI, so that's its cleaning power, how much it can clean, and that's going to be rated with your 0-degree nozzle, so that's at max. And then 2.5 gallons per minute. The gallons per minute is how fast it will clean. So that's kind of in the middle grounds of where a pressure washer will stand. Commercial units are usually going to be above 400 or 4,000 PSI and 4 gallons per minute. This is going to be great for washing cars, trailers. You're going to be able to get in and wash your home. Now, if you have a 2-story home, it's going to get a little more complicated because you might not reach the top. But at that point, it's a very average and nice pressure washer to have at home. The kicker with any pressure washer is you always want to be careful when you're going around stickers or anything that might peel off. You can actually peel paint off with this thing with the 0-degree nozzle if you get close enough. You can also go through siding. You can do a lot of damage to wood and other things, so be careful while you're using it and spraying around different areas. If you're hauling it around, which I have quite a bit, it seems to work well. I've not had a lot of leaks. The gas tank is vented, but as long as you keep it upright, it will not leak down. The soap also is vented on top, so again, as long as it's sitting in the upright position, you won't have any leaks. It's not overly heavy, and one person can easily pick it up and move it in or out of a truck, or even an SUV if you had one. Realistically, this is a pretty nice pressure washer at the price point. If I could make a couple changes to it, it would be basically in the hose. If I could just get some quick connects for that and a little bit softer hose, I think it would really rock. But other than that, if you're looking for something that is easy to start, isn't going to cost you a lot in batteries over time because you do have the Ryobi One battery up there, I think this is exactly where you should look. A nice little unit. So I want to encourage you to give us a like in this video, subscribe to our channel, and also follow us on social media. We have a lot of good information that's out there, and we can share it in a little bit shorter snippets a little bit more often. As always, we thank you for your time. Have a great day.